Here we are, another airport, heading for Sydney. It's actually the quickest check-in I've ever had. They don't do stuff by halves here. We have up here. Hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm finally headed for Sydney, Australia, where I'm looking forward to meeting up with my cousins, the Walshes. As it's early morning, all the girls are going to school, so Tom came to meet me at the airport. Here he goes. Hello, how are we?
Good.
It's the crack.
Good to see you.
I think we gotta hug in a lot of this. G'day, mate. In Sydney, already settled in. Tom is taking me for a guided tour around the area. So there'll be little snippets of different things he's going to tell me about in his pickup. Oh wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm supposed to be bungee jumping in New Zealand. I don't see it happening. Oh, that's scary. So it's a dried up waterfall, but it'd be full flood. It would just be flowing the whole way down.
Yeah, and it'll only last say a few, might only be a few hours, you know, as long as the rain lasts, sort of thing.
It's nice colour in the spa.
Yeah. It's just warming itself for the day now, you know, so. Out there, past the heads there, they call it Tiger Alley because it's full of tiger sharks.
Just where the waves are crashing in against?
Yeah, just outside of that there. I think they actually net for the sharks or something coming in.
We just spotted a snake. A dead one, hopefully. No way. Just came off the road to do it. Oh, it's... Oh. I thought it was going to be massive. That's poisonous.
That's a red belly black, one of the 5 most poisonous snakes in the world. 5th. That's about as big as they'll get.
I eventually got to hang out with the lovely ladies Patricia, Sarah, Katie and Laura. Sarah in particular has had a very interesting life so far, but I'll let her tell you that herself, courtesy of 3 Factor Television.
My name's Sarah Walsh and I'm a national champion in sprints and long jump.
In just a few years, Sarah has achieved some amazing things on the athletics track. And Sarah achieved all this despite having some odds against her.
I'm what they call an athlete with a disability, or AWD for short. Even though I have a disability, I can still beat able-bodied competitors, and when I do, it's a cool feeling. But I really just love being out there and enjoying my running.
Sarah was born without a major bone in her right leg, but we can already see that doesn't stop her.
I'm just like everyone else. I go to school, I play sports, and I love mucking around with my sisters. Yuck. The only difference is I take my leg off at the end of the day.
And while we all like to collect stuff, Sarah has the most interesting collection of all.
This is my collection of my prosthetic legs. I call them my day legs. I have to get a new leg every few months because I grow so much. I also like to decorate them with different colours and patterns.
So after a couple of years competing on her day leg, Sarah was crossing the finish line, but not without causing her trouble.
Running on my day leg was very painful.
Here, let me take a look at it.
It's really sore, Dad. I think it's bruised. So my parents found me a doctor who made me a running blade. It's great because now I don't get any pain when I run or jump. I'm one of the youngest people in Australia running on this type of leg. To keep my fitness levels up, I also ride the exercise bike at home. On top of that, I play wheelchair basketball. It's a nice change from athletics. And the cool thing is, my dad's the coach.
So excited right now. Look at her laughing. Go and point that at her. It's actually not that bad. Oh.
You got the wrong way.
Very light.
Y'all ready for this? I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Yeah, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Give it up, yeah.
Welcome to the big show. Simply wait.
You got this.
If that happens to me, call an ambulance. It's like bumping cars more than it is. Okay, so about to head down on the train to Bondi here from Engadine, where I'm staying with my cousins, the Walshes. And I want to kind of get to Bondi just to see what all this hype is about. People talk about it all the time, and then head back into the city, where I'll hopefully meet with the Famine Memorial group down near Hyde Park, I think the name of it is. Get to tell them the story of how I've been working with the Workhouse to try and establish a music theatre back home in Carrickmacross, and that I'm after taking on the same journey 19 girls from Carrickmacross took on themselves, just not on a coffin ship, taking months. Even though it felt like months on that flight. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, so let's see how that goes. Just arrived in Bondi Beach. Nice sand, but yet again, freezing. So, don't think I'll be going in. Finally arrived at the Hyde Park Barracks Museum, which is where I'm going in to meet the Famine Workhouse people. And I'm freezing. Do you think I could borrow some of their clothes? A pair of socks even. So the immigration started in 1848. This became an immigration building for the Irish orphan girls coming out.
Yes, that's right. So the first serious numbers of immigrants were Irish orphan girls, but subsequent to Irish orphan girls, there was such a preponderance of men in ratio to women here.
Yeah.
There was a very keen desire by the political masters at the time to have a ratio more balanced, and female immigration was seen as a priority. So not just the Irish, but they certainly did form that first very important part of it. So if we go up into that exhibition space on level 2, we focus on the story of these Irish orphan girls up there in the museum.
As to your excellency shall see meet, and your petitioner will ever pray and etc. John Graham, 29th of December 1836.
What the hell was that? I told you I brought that ghost with me. I don't know what that was.
No,
it's on video.
There's nothing more upstairs.
It's on video, the bang, yeah, whatever it was. It felt like something slamming up or down, closing.
It did, I mean, that's something dropped. So in this room here, we've reinstated. Yes. This is what it was like throughout. So you really get that sense or feeling of this being a convict space, and we could do not exactly the same and not to the same degree have the sense of the dormitory, I think, in the exhibition space below. It was guaranteed that you wouldn't be rained on, and you did have a hammock.
Disposed of, nice.
Yeah.
And they're sent away as fast as they could be disposed of. That's pretty harsh. I love them. And you were saying 2,253 orphan girls.
Yeah.
Wow. These the woolly socks, is it? Treasures.
Look at that. That'll keep you warm.
Have you ever been to Ireland?
No.
Oh, right. Well, when you do, you need to take that sock off. To try on the clothes, do we?
You can if you wish.
It's raining outside. I'll be stealing the clothes.
Well, you
Never
will,
mind trying them on.
You know that keep your legs warm. But so much of this material was here on site, discovered under the floorboards when we undertook the archaeology of a standing building. So a lot of this,
Under the floorboards.
part of our collection. Well, remarkably, from rats' nests. So rats were stealing bits of fabric and things and creating nests under the floorboards.
These were the bags that were used to carry their belongings when they were leaving the country. It kind of makes it all more real when they left Carrick. This is where they came, you know?
Red robes rolling over cobblestone. Oh, they're moving under prayer. Oh, it's June in Rome. I'm handed a rose. Oh, we move when darkness fills the square. 'Cause you've been waiting for this, and you know that you deserve it. How can they tell you it's not worth it? Kinda stops you now, don't it, don't it? Oh, you ever find her, let me know. Oh, sail to me.
Right, well, I just arrived in my hostel in Sydney. Thanks to Lorraine for telling me to go to the Wake Up Hostel just across from the Central Railway Station. I'm in a 4-bed dorm with some girls. I think there's 2 of them here already. There's a free bed down here. Oh, yeah. You know you're with girls when there's suitcases and cons and a bit of a mess. Yeah. But no, not too bad. You know, this is the real backpacker now. I've been spoiled so far staying with people I know. So, this is it. Sydney. Where to next? Who knows? So how about the tour of Sydney then? Well, let's liven it up a bit. Give me a beat. Now this is a story all about how the world was flipped, turned upside down. And I'd like to take a minute just out of your day and let y'all know about this place called Sydney. In Darling Harbour, it's a beautiful place. Got cruise ships coming in, filling the space. Take a ride on over to Manly Beach. Check out the Opera House, baby, it's out of reach. Hitting the streets and I'm a yearning to shop. Got the dollars in my pocket, ready to drop. Hyde Park's the place if you're up for a stroll. It's got weird ass animals and trees with a hole. There she is, ladies and gentlemen. Sydney Opera House and Sydney Bridge. Would not want to be one climbing that today. Ain't nobody got time for that. just went to the Mardi Gras parade up in Oxford Street. Wow, 7 till 10 o'clock, 3 hours of a parade. It was mad. It was great crack though, it really was. He was like, what's Mardi Gras? I had to look it up myself, and when I arrived it was quite obvious from the rainbow colours that it's gay pride, except they have a fancy name for it. I have never seen so many gay men in my life. Literally such good looking gay men. My left, my right, right in front of me, dressed up in drag.
We'll take it from here, darling.
Next week on Where to Wonder, I'm off on a group travel with 8 Mardi Gras men of my own. We're headed for Lord of the Rings territory, New Zealand, where we get to take in the scenic views, hike a glacier, get lost in the wilderness, and the big question itself, will I or won't I jump?